So you still have, does that mean you still have, they still have the majority of their email in a cloud exchange, or is it back premise in exchange?
So the things that we brought back were, we brought back the cloud space for, I guess, the Google, obviously, and the Office 365 was brought back to the internal exchange.
Okay, and so you're basically, is that in some sort of a private cloud? And did you have to? Is it just how big a server and infrastructure did you need to develop to bring all of that email back in?
So there are 4 Exchange servers running at a data center that's in Florida, and then there's a secondary one that's a hybrid cloud that's running, out of in our Atlanta, Georgia location.
How do you define a hybrid cloud in this context, if you don't mind me asking?
It's a hybrid cloud because it is a virtual environment, and it is based out of that location in, we're paying for the space being hybrid because it's a virtual environment that's living in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, we don't own that server.
Right. So it's like a virtual private cloud. So you own the capacity, you don't own the physical infrastructure.
Correct.
But it's only dedicated to you.
Yep.
Yep. We would call that a virtual private cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when
I know it sounds confusing. I know it sounds all confusing, but the place is very siloed, and teams don't really talk to each other. I need my analysts to be able to dig deep between team to team to find out stuff to bring it together. And in order to make a success for that business, they don't, even though they're a couple of offices down or workspaces down, they still don't talk to each other. They don't even do lunch together. They're all their own siloed environment. They don't really communicate. It's really strange. It's a strange environment that, I happen to be working in. I'm trying to help them collaborate more and be together more. There's a little bit of personal politics behind it, but I'm not the one. I'm the one that could help bring that together, but I'm not the one that's successfully going to be able to do it all without having more, leadership helping between the two teams. Sorry to bring it down.
Do you think the long-term goal to bring things back in, a more? I mean, is email the only workload that you pull back in? Are there others that are in the public cloud?
We actually went from the opposite. So we had a lot of prem stuff that were, for HR that we brought into Workday and to, at Whole Foods we brought it into Workday. But here at Simple, we went and brought stuff to Sevier of Paycom.
I haven't. Certainly I've heard of Workday.
It's like an HRIS system that we brought out to, we went from internal HRIS open source to external outside of the workspace called Paycom, which is an resource for HR systems.
And I'm curious, was that due to cost savings?
That was because of safety and concerns.
Safety concerns, is that what you said? So like security?
Yeah.
Data
security, on team members' information. And
exactly, right.
Also something that would be better to be able to manage in the space of the cloud. That's also a corporate thing that has already compliant and, HIPAA, PCI, PII. They wanted to make sure everything was, we didn't want to worry about the compliance purposes of it.
Right, of course.
So what about, outside of HR, what about, insurance, it's kind of, what about like business processes that are specific to the insurance, whether it's actuarial things or what, where do you run that workload?